Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio with your hosts, Danny Peña, Paris Lily, and Peter Toledo.
This is what you get when you have women on podcasts. It's like, I need to do my makeup while we're recording so you could get there on time for this damn event. Okay, this is real life.
Now I could say something?
No, people need to know about this struggles, womanhood.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio live from Los Angeles, all about Summer Game Fest 2023. This is your host, Danny Peña. And joining me, of course, we have the man himself, Paris Lily. Paris, what's up, man?
Good morning.
Good morning. Drink that coffee, man. And also, we have here Rihanna Manuel Peña from What's Good Games.
Yes, I'm here. I'm a woman in podcasting for games, and I'm doing my makeup while we record.
Yeah, we have more women here than Summer Game Fest stage.
Ooh, and more people of color. Check it. It's true.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's not one person's fault, but it's true.
No, it's not.
And that's the thing. It isn't one person's fault. It's just
exactly
because I will fully admit, as we're watching the show, I wasn't thinking of it. But
when
it was pointed out, I go, yeah. Oh, damn, that's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but look, I was having a couple conversations with people, and it wasn't something where the producers and the production guy or people behind the scenes or Jeff Keighley did this like on purpose or anything like that. Because here's the thing.
I don't believe that. No.
And this is a normal thing in gaming where there's a lot of devs and people that work on games. They are afraid to be out there. They prefer to be recording, or not recording, developing stuff behind the scenes. They don't like
doing their job.
Yeah. So, so today we have more stuff to do. We have more appointments, of course. But yesterday I released a bunch of episodes. Interview about Sonic Superstars. What's another one? Alan Wake 2. And there was one more. Oh, yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 with Ed Boon. And want to hear the feedback from everybody, make sure to hit me up on Twitter or Discord. And yeah, just let us know. I know there's been fan sites that have been picking up all the interviews and been talking about everything. So that's great, man. So anything that happened yesterday, any game that stood out to you yesterday? Anything? Kind of, we were spread out for like almost Viewfinder.
Yeah, you told me I had to play that one.
At Day of the Devs. That was my favorite thing that I played yesterday. Because it was a nice surprise. It's basically Portal with a camera. Because you take these pictures and you have to manipulate it through the world. It's like a puzzle, right? To be able to basically, you go into the world of that picture and you might have to grab an item in that world and then come back into your world. Or it might be like Inception, to where you go into the picture world to go into another picture world to go into another one. And there's all these, and you have to rotate things, and there's like bridges that you have to create to like get over certain. It's really cool. Really cool.
Do you know the name of the studio or the work on it?
Oh, that I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I can't think
I'll check it out.
It was a part of Day of the Devs.
Okay, I definitely will check it out today. And also, I'm gonna play that new Disney game,
Illusion Island.
That looks so much fun.
Yeah,
I know.
I'll check that out.
Was it Blessing last year? They announced that game.
Yeah, at D23.
D23,
shout out to
right?
Blessing at a Junior over from Kind of Funny.
Yeah, shout out to Blessing, man. Yeah, I can't wait. And I'm also planning to interview the developers that worked on that game later on today. I know we have one interview that we can't post until over the weekend or something. So be on the lookout for that one. That one's going to be a good one. And that was recorded yesterday. So can't wait to release that. Another game that we got to play Mortal Kombat 1 yesterday. I did. Your thoughts? Because I really enjoyed that game. I'm not a huge fighting person, fighting guy. But I had a great time. I love the cameo feature.
Yeah.
You also could do cameo fatalities, normal fatalities, classic fatality too. And I noticed, and I had this conversation with someone behind the scenes, but I noticed that the controls for this was very easy, and it looks like you could change it in the future to like a pro mode, and like similar to what they've done with other.
I would imagine
genres.
so. Yeah.
Is that just becoming standard for fighting games now?
I think it makes sense to do this here because,
again, not everyone here is in the competitive fighting scene.
Exactly.
But you can already, to your point, getting hands on with it.
Mm-hmm.
This will scale up into the pro scene and right there huge with Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, but it's really good. And to your point, I'm not huge into the fighting scene. I would never claim to be, but it was fun as hell to play. I loved everything you just said, all the different combinations, all the finishes. It's really, really good.
Yeah, when I was talking with Ed yesterday, I told him, like, I could see this in competitive tournaments like esports, and where there's going to be so many different type of combinations that, man, people are going to figure out, okay, Paris likes certain characters, and at the cameo, you might have Jax or Sonya.
And can you explain what cameo means for those who aren't familiar?
So cameo is secondary characters where you just press the R1 button. You can either press it, hold it, and they'll come as a backup. They're more like a supportive character, and they will go and attack whoever you're fighting against. But they're not like your main characters of like the story or anything like that. This is more like a supportive type thing. And the characters that they had at the demo is the classic Mortal Kombat. So it's like Sonya Blade, Kano, Jax.
So
and
I have two questions about the cameos.
Yeah.
One, is every cameo also a playable character? And two, can you cameo anyone with anyone?
Supportive characters.
Okay, so you can't always play them.
No. So let me see how I could.
Or do you know? It's okay if it wasn't announced or not.
The only thing is, because I asked also, if this is going to be in story, and it looked like it's not. This is more for like versus type thing, you know. And that's about it. It's not. The only thing you could do, you could do fatalities with using your cameo. You could do that definitely, but okay. Yeah. But it's not something that is going to change the story or anything. It's nothing like that at all. So, anything else from that? Okay. Any other game?
You already know what the other game is.
Let's talk about the and just for everyone's benefit who's listening, this is the number one game that everyone who I asked, what did you like the most today, said. Even people who hadn't played it yet. They stopped talking about what they'd already played and mentioned that this is the one that they're most excited for this weekend. Yeah.
And here's the thing. The presentation they showed us during Summer Game Fest is way shorter. We got a 30-minute behind-the-scenes demo. I'm like, okay, this is really this is
that
dope.
Shows confidence.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And usually, we've seen some stuff like that at E3, where I remember going behind closed doors. I got to see Mass Effect 2 behind closed doors, 30-minute presentation. I'm like, okay, this is really, really good. You know, and there's gonna be other games that's even other presentations where it's even longer than that. So that's how you know companies, when they usually do that, confident. They can't wait to release this out there, you know, in stores. But I think this game is gonna be really good. Right now, people are gonna focus on like Starfield and other stuff, but I think and Spider-Man. But I think this is gonna be one of those underdogs. Like, man, this game is gonna be really, really good, and it looks like Epic is investing a lot of money into like pushing this out there, because Control is a really good game. But if you remember, Control when it came out, it wasn't really getting pushed.
No.
Unless it was like a PlayStation commercial.
Yeah.
Because it had the marketing rights. Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think Alan Wake, the first one, got
it was
really good.
Like considered like an Xbox first party title. They were really pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of that demo that we saw, and then we had like a Q&A after it, and of course, you know, I asked 1,000 questions, but is the fact that they're doing this in a way that you don't have to play the first Alan Wake. Obviously, this is what the new character coming in. She's kind of our proxy into this Remedy universe. So the way he was explaining it to me is, if you have played Alan Wake, if you have played Control, if you have played Quantum Break, Max Payne, if you know Remedy and that universe, it just enhances even more what you're going to get out of Alan Wake 2, which I thought is pretty cool. So, no, we're not going to alienate new people coming in. Obviously, we want new people to come into this universe, which, if anything, is probably going to spark their curiosity to want to go back and play the first Alan Wake, want to go back and play Control, things like that. But it was really good. I even joked on Twitter. I go every 5 minutes. It was like I'm like, oh hell no, what's that noise? What's that? I'm like, if this was me, I'm like, I'm out. I'm leaving. I left a long time ago.
Yeah, the demo will be Paris leaving the forest and just out of here.
Game over in like 5 minutes.
Game over. But here's the thing that I love in the beginning you don't switch the characters.
Right.
In the beginning, that's going to be later in the game. But the cool thing is, and this is perfect, and I wish more companies would do this, more studios. If you are a newcomer, you could start with Saga all the way.
Saga being the FBI character.
The FBI character, yeah, and just stay with her the whole time, right? Or if you're a fan and you already played the first game and American Nightmare, you could play with Alan Wake all the way. Or you could switch, because here's one thing, and please, everyone, listen to my interview with Sam and Kyle. We had so many great conversations about the game, but there's one part where Sam looked at me, he's like, yes, where I said, so you're trying to tell me if I switch, instead of playing just one character, I'm going to experience stuff that is not just playing like one character. He's like, yeah, there's
two stories, basically.
Two stories
happening
plus,
at the same time.
Think of this, 2 stories and a plus, meaning like plus Easter eggs, plus bonus, because you're switching and you're going to get a new experience, not that you're not going to get previously because you're just playing one character, that type of thing. And another thing that I think no one has asked them was about being episodic, like Quantum Break and Alan Wake, where something crazy happens, and that moment, that chapter ends, and then when you play back again, it'll say previously on Alan Wake. So we're still gonna see that, because in the presentation we didn't get to see none of that. Right, it was just straight up Saga, walking and everything like that. So here's the thing: in the demo, when she's walking around, you'll see Alan Wake typing, writing, and all this stuff, right? You see his face. He looks very normal, but at the end of the demo, you see him laying down by the lake, freaking out when he got to see Saga. And there was one moment that he couldn't remember his name for like a few seconds, and they went from there. But I'm so curious to hear more about this game. This game is gonna be really, really dope, man. Really, really dope. Can't wait. Game of the show for sure for me.
Yeah, definitely so far a game of the show.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other game that you guys got to check out yesterday?
Can't talk about it yet because there's an embargo, but I did get an extended demo with Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh,
Phantom Liberty. Talk about it later date.
Okay, Paris is smiling, so that's good. That's good. That's good.
So, what are you looking forward to playing today?
I know we have an appointment with Square Enix. Don't know what they're gonna show us. The Disney game. I'm gonna try that, because that's a Nintendo Switch exclusive. So, and the same developers that worked on Battletoads on Xbox. Same developers. So, if there's anything else today,
I can give you my list.
Oh yeah, go for it. There's a couple games that I know I'm gonna be very, very surprised, and these are not well-known games. It's like more like smaller indie games, like Viewfinder. I had no idea that's like a good game, So, what's your list?
So, 2 things real quick. A shout out to Escape Academy, because they have new content that I'll be playing today, which I'm very excited for, and I love that game from I Am 8-Bit.
That's dope.
But I have an appointment today for Fae Farm, which was maybe like number 2 or 3 whenever I asked people what did they really enjoy, what lit them up yesterday. Yeah. So I'm very excited to try that. And for those who don't know Fae Farm, it was shown at Summer Game Fest. It looks a lot like, your Stardew Valleys, your Animal Crossings, but there's co-op right out of the gate. And it goes a lot deeper in the different experiences and mechanics you can experience. So it looks like it has a little bit of something for everyone. And I love those types of games, like what was the recent one that came out with the demonic cute animals from Devolver?
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb, thank you. It's like that, where like I did dungeon runs here and there, but I really just loved hanging out with my weird ass followers and like, why did you eat poop again? You know? Like, so I'm excited to see how that comes to life. But the other one that I'm incredibly excited about is Prince of Persia. I'm going to be playing that on Sunday. And oh my goodness, like I've been joking about it. Like everybody asks, what do you think you'll see this year at, the Keeleys or Key 3 or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, Prince of Persia remake, haha. And then they did it. And then they did it. So I was super hyped for that. I cannot wait. I love adventure games, and I'm really excited to see like people trying to bring them back. And yeah, sure, I'm, a 90s kid. I have some nostalgia for that era, but I really think it's going to be good. It looks amazing. So that's definitely high on my list. And then also Lisfanga, which is the time shifting game where you're doing like Hades like runs, the 2.5D or the top down, and you're playing alongside copies of yourself from previous runs. That looks really interesting. And they had a really cool presence at the show yesterday. So I'm excited to check that out today.
Yeah. You know what? You mentioned Fae Farm. There was people that I've never thought they were going to be like get into those type of games. And it's been getting great feedback, great people are talking.
Lots of buzz.
A lot of buzz about the game. So really, really cool to see that, man. So Paris, anything you plan to watch, try out today during the show or what?
I am also going to check out Fae Farm today.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
We love you, Tara.
Yeah.
That Remnant 2 is on my list as well.
I missed it yesterday.
Yeah.
My one of my entries got pushed, so I completely missed that. And that one looks really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Hades, that type of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Anything that's reminding anyone of Hades, I'm down to try.
Yeah.
And
That's really
it
cool.
looks like I'm going to check out Oxygen Free 2.
You mean Oxenfree?
Oxenfree.
I wrote Oxygen.
Oxenfree 2 sounds like a very different game.
You're running out of breath.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a horror game.
I'm broken. I'm dying. Lost Signals.
Lost Signals. Wait,
And then I'm going back to Day of the Devs again because there was all that other stuff that was there. The one I don't have an appointment for that I have to get in is Cocoon.
I have Cocoon on my list too. Yeah. And I saw a friend of the show, Khalif Adams, respond with me playing that yesterday. And he was saying like, it looks as good as you think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we saw the preview for it, I believe, at the Game Awards or somewhere last year.
Yeah.
And it caught my eye. Immediately I added it to my watch list. And, it's by the people who made Inside, I believe. So it's definitely a must-see for me as well. And then, of course, Thirsty Suitors is on my list, which is at the same booth as Cocoon. So the two are right next to each other, and those teams are starting to chat. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder if there's a future game between the two. That would be fun.
You know what? Which game that I'm very curious to hear from Brittany and Andrea? They're gonna check out. You look very beautiful, babe.
Thank you. I just finished my makeup, listeners.
Immortals. They're gonna play today for the first time.
Immortals of Avian.
I'm very curious to hear their thoughts. I think it's a cool game, but we'll see. I'm very curious, but yeah.
Oh, and I put this on Twitter, on my Twitter, but I'm gonna just also like steal some shine from your audience. Has anybody else played the demo for what was it? I'll find it 1 second. There was a demo that was announced that's on Xbox right now that people can play. Hold on, I'll find it.
What, the Lies of P?
Lies of P.
Yeah.
If anyone's playing Lies of P, I want to hear what you think. It's on Game Pass right now.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because we're out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and we're just too busy to do it right now.
People say they don't like it.
I've seen mixed reviews.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so it's mixed?
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't gone hands on yet. So
What is it that they don't like about it? You know?
Again, it's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Okay.
But like Andy, kind of funny during GDC played it and he loved it. So that's always been the thought I've had in my head of like, oh, it's going to be good. So I'm curious.
Interesting.
Plus, obviously Xbox did the thing and Jeff seemed to like it. So,
yeah. It seems like it's scratching a Bloodborne itch for people and not in a bad way. But that may not be for me. And, a few people are saying they're going to wait until it comes out on Game Pass. Solid demo. There's a lot of talk about the parry mechanics, but there's more than just parrying. So it sounds like maybe it's a little bit more approachable than Bloodborne, which, brings me back a little bit.
I think it's the difficulty, man. Because Paris, when it's so hard and difficult, people don't want to play that. Yeah. So it could be that. I mean, who knows? But we're going to leave here like in a few minutes. Actually, I got to get ready. But anything else before we wrap this up? Anything else? Because, I know tomorrow is the Xbox showcase.
Very excited for that. Cannot wait to see it.
Read one game that you would like to see or something you would like to see for this. You'd be like, all right, they hit a home run.
That's hard because I do have some information. I will say
that you don't know.
I will say what I would be really excited to see is extended Fable gameplay.
That would be cool.
That would make me very excited.
That would be really cool. I hope. I want to see dates. I don't care what they show. I want to see new stuff.
I don't mind about dates
IPs.
so much. Like, I'm okay being a little bit left in the dark when it comes to when stuff is coming out, as long as I know, like, it's looking good. I prefer that. I prefer to know it's in good shape and the dev team is healthy and they're going to give us a good experience. I don't need to know dates right off the bat.
I mean, look, a couple dates.
You're like, give me just a crumb.
Give us like a 1 or 2 dates here and there. All right, Paris, what about you? Like one thing you'd be like, Dad, that was a home run for Paris says homebody. Is that a new game? What is it? That's the cup.
That's the cup he's drinking out of. One of our mugs says homebody.
Yeah, homebody.
I'm going to be like you were a few years ago, and I'm going to just keep saying it until it happens.
Oh.
Bring back the dynamic duo, the bird and the bear.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send up a prayer for you for that because I got Prince of Persia. Maybe I'll get Jade Empire one day. So I'm hoping for this joy for you.
I think we should get a bruja, a witch.
Okay.
So Paris could go there and do some prayers.
We'll make a summoning circle for Banjo-Kazooie.
You know why? Being serious for a second.
Yeah.
Like when we just played the Sonic Superstars, right?
Oh, amazing.
Looks great.
Amazing.
Doing mechanics, come on.
And this nostalgia sells right now. Like this generation of gamers is buying up everything they can from their childhood. So go for it, you know?
Yeah. Sonic Superstars is up there for me. It's so good. So good. And I originally thought it was going to be like a normal Sonic game. It's beyond that. There's new things in here that makes it refreshing, different, exciting. It's oh my God, so good.
Look, I know we're wrapping it up, but and I've been saying this for a few years now, and I'm going to keep saying it. Xbox needs a true platformer. Banjo could be that for them.
Yeah.
They don't have that. They don't, an iconic IP mascot character platformer. They don't have it. The closest they've done is Ori. And I love Ori, but
Ori's fantastic.
It's not enough. They got to do more. I know they tried with Super Lucky Tales and all that, but come on. You own Banjo-Kazooie. Let's do it. Yeah. No, this is good. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to this special episode of Gamertag Radio, live from Summer Game Fest. We have more goodies. We have another episode tomorrow. And tomorrow's a big day.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Tomorrow is Xbox Showcase. We're also going to a private event later that night. Why are you
say it like that?
Why are you even saying it?
You might as well have rolled your R there.
I want all of you listening to be jealous that we're going to.
No, I don't do that. I'm just saying I'd like to hype it up. Hype things up. That's
also, people will be seeing Ubisoft games tomorrow as well. So there's more stuff coming. Don't count out Summer Game Fest after Saturday.
Sunday's gonna be a long.
Sunday's gonna be a long day too.
Sunday's gonna be a long day, and then we're out, and I'm excited. That's it. All right, everyone. Until next time, we're out. Peace.
Bye.